Good morning. I am Vijay Kumar, Professor Mechanical Engineering, PSN College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss about the refrigeration and air conditioning. We go with the slide. Just a moment. Yeah, refrigeration and air conditioning. It's an important topic in thermal engineering. First of all, we going with the definition. What do you mean by refrigeration? Refrigeration is a process of removing heat of a substance and also pumping it to the surroundings. It also includes the process of maintaining and reducing the temperature of your body below the general temperature and surroundings. So simply we defined as just we extract heat from the body and maintain the temperature lower than the surrounding temperature. Next we air conditioning. What do you mean by air conditioning? Air cooler is different, air conditioning is different. Air cooling is nothing but we chill the air to the surroundings. Chill the air and supply to the surroundings. That is called as air cooler. Air conditioning, the word conditioning is most important. Air conditioning means we maintain the temperature, humidity, and purity to the human comfort. Air conditioning means the process of controlling the temperature, humidity, and purity of the air to the interior, like an office, theater, laboratory, house, and so on. This is the air conditioning system. Refrigeration means it is extract heat from the body and maintaining the temperature lower when compared to the surroundings. In the refrigeration system, there are two refrigeration systems. One is vapor compression refrigeration system, another one is vapor absorption refrigeration system. So now in the world, the vapor compression refrigeration system is the most useful refrigeration system. It consists of the vapor compression refrigeration system. Shortly, we name it as VCR. Just to see this heading, vapor compression refrigeration system. That means VCR. So this VCR consists of compressor and condenser, expansion valve, evaporator. So these four devices is the most important device for the VCR system. Compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. Now we going to discuss about the working principle of the vapor compression refrigeration system. See this diagram. See this diagram. Compressor, condenser, expansion valve, evaporator. Before that expansion valve, the receiver tank is also available. So here there is a number is provided before and after the each equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The cycle is completed. Right? First of all, we start from the 1. We start from the 1. One is the exit of the evaporator. That is low pressure, low temperature, liquid vapor refrigerant. Low pressure, low temperature, vapor refrigerant is entered into the compressor. In this compressor, it compresses from low pressure to high pressure. That is, that low pressure, low temperature vapor refrigerant is compressed into high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant. It is measured by means of the pressure gauge provided at the exit of the compressor. And then this 1 to 2 is the process of compression from low to high. From 2 to 3 is the condenser process. In this condenser, the high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant is passed on through this condenser. In this condenser is surrounded by the water. It's surrounded by the water. Due to the water temperature, the vapor refrigerant is condensed into a liquid refrigerant. This liquid refrigerant is high pressure, low temperature, low temperature liquid refrigerant is collected in this receiver tank. So this is point 3. So 2 to 3 is the condensation process. In this condensation, the vapor refrigerant is converted into liquid refrigerant. It connected in the receiver and pass on to the expansion valve. So in the expansion valve, the high pressure liquid refrigerant is again converted into low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant. Due to the expansion, the temperature and the pressure is reduced to low pressure and low temperature liquid refrigerant. So this one is passed on to the evaporator. So here 3 to 4 is the expansion process by means of this expansion valve. And the 4 to 1 is the evaporator. Evaporator is nothing but a heart of the refrigerator. This works as a major role in this VCR system. In this evaporator is mainly used for extract heat from the body. You consider householding fridge having a evaporator. That evaporator section is available inside of the fridge door. In back side, the condenser, compressor and expansion valve is provided. The expansion valve is between the outside and inside. So outside there is a unit compressor and condenser. The evaporator is inside the refrigerator. So now inside the refrigerator, the vegetables, fruits and householding and things are available. That is cooking aspects. So that things are elaborate heat. Due to the heat only, the vegetables get spoiled. So to avoid that, we extract heat from the body. The vegetables remain in good condition. So that thing will happen in the evaporator. That evaporator process is 4 to 1. So due to the extraction heat from the body, the low pressure, low temperature refrigerant, liquid refrigerant is converted into low pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant, converted into vapor refrigerant. Again, it is passed on to the compressor and then the cycle is repeated. This is a vapor compression refrigeration system. For this, the refrigerant may be used different types of refrigerants. Right? That will be discussed in the refrigerant part. You see in this pH and TS diagram. The figure shows the pressure enthalpy graph for the VCR system, that is vapor compression system. So first of all, before going to this, what do you mean by enthalpy? Enthalpy is nothing but total heat of the substance. Enthalpy is nothing but total heat of the substance. Here, see the process 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is the compression process. During this process, temperature also increased, pressure also increased. That thing we discussed in the previous working principle. In this compressor, low pressure, low temperature, liquid refrigerant, vapor refrigerant is converted into high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant. See here in this graph. So this is the saturation curve. This black dark line is nothing but a saturation curve. This is saturation vapor line. This part is saturated vapor. This is saturated liquid. So here the maximum critical point. This point is name it as critical point. So here this saturated vapor line, this is saturated liquid line. Now in starting from the evaporation point 1, low pressure, low temperature vapor refrigerant is compressed to high pressure and high temperature vapor refrigerant. Again, it is condensed into a liquid. See here, this is a saturation liquid line. This is saturated vapor line. So it is condensed into a liquid with the same pressure. That means high pressure. That means high pressure, temperature remain little bit reduced. So due to the condensation, temperature is reduced, pressure remains constant. And then this is a saturation liquid point. From these three, we expand. Due to the expansion, pressure reduced from the high pressure to low pressure. High pressure to low pressure, right? So low pressure, it is combination of both liquid and vapor. And then from 4 to 1 is the evaporation process. This is the heart of the refrigeration, 4 to 1. Here we extract heat from the body. Due to the heat, the liquid refrigerant is converted into vapor refrigerant, and also pressure remains constant from point 1, and then cycle is repeated. See in this graph, there is two works. Work compression. Work compression will happen in the compressor. Work expansion is happen in the expansion valve. Here there is a heat addition and heat rejection. That is heat addition in evaporation part. You evaporated, that is heat is added. Here condensation heat is rejected, right? This is a pressure enthalpy diagram. We represent the whole process in terms of pressure and enthalpy diagram. See here, temperature and entropy. So already we discussed process 1 to 2 is the compression process. Due to the compression, temperature will increase. Entropy remains constant. And similarly, from 2 to 3, is the condensation process. It is a constant pressure process. Little bit temperature is reduced. In the expansion process, temperature will reduce to T3 to T4. That is T4 equal to T1. So temperature is reduced. And then here heat is added. Heat added means entropy increased, temperature not increased. Right here, from 4 to 1 is the evaporation process. This is temperature and entropy diagram for vapor compression line, vapor compression system. That simply we refrigeration having two systems. One is vapor compression refrigeration system, another one is vapor absorption refrigeration system. The main difference between VCR and VAR is the compressor is replaced by absorber and generator. So in this absorber, there is an ammonia or lithium bromide or water. Three liquids are used. Absorber. Generator is mainly used for generating heat. So the vapor absorption system is mainly work by means of the heat source. In compressor is a device. It is a mechanical device which is improve the pressure and temperature from low to high. In that absorber and generator, the ammonia absorber absorb the refrigerant and supply to the generator to generate heat through the heat exchanger. Now see the diagram. Vapor absorption refrigeration system. Simply we name it as VAR. Here the vapor absorption refrigeration system is simply name it as VAR. Here you see here absorber 1 to 2 is the absorber and 2 to 3 is a pump work. Again 3 to 4 is pump work and 4 to 5 is a heat exchanger. This heat exchanger is used to increase the heat. That strong ammonia solution is passed on to the generator. In this generator is going to the condenser. Before going to the condenser, in generator some of the weak ammonia is again goes to the heat exchanger and then it is passed on to the absorber. In absorber it absorbs the weak ammonia solution and once again it is pumped through heat exchanger to the become a strong ammonia solution to the generator. So this is the process is replaced by the compressor in VCR system. All other things are same. Condenser is mainly used for convert the vapor refrigerant into a liquid refrigerant with the high pressure and a high temperature. And then the expansion valve is mainly used for still more pressure is reduced and temperature is reduced. In evaporator, that liquid refrigerant once again extract the heat from the body, it is converted into vapor refrigerant, it is passed on to the absorber. It absorbs the refrigerant and pumped to the generator through this heat exchanger and the cycle is repeated. So this is a general cycle. You see here in absorber there is a water in and water out. This water in and water out is mainly used for exchange the heat. In absorber is having ammonia. The water is also available. So in that refrigerant, the water is somewhat heat is supplied. From hot water, the heat is supplied and purified. And then it is passed on to the pump. Similarly, you see here in generator, steam in and steam out. So here mainly the absorber is having a function of heat. So here we are supplying steam. The steam heat is passed on to the ammonia solution. And then it is passed on to the condenser through the rectifier. In this rectifier, there is a water in and water out, 15 and 16, right? So here also the same things happen like the absorber and it's going to the condenser. How the vapor refrigerant is condensed into liquid? By cooling process. This cooling process by means of the coil circulated inside the water. That is H2O in and H2O out. So the H2O in, it absorbs heat from the vapor, it condenses into a liquid. That liquid is received in the receiver and then it is passed on to the expansion valve. The expansion valve expanded, so the temperature reduced and the pressure also reduced. So then the cycle is repeated. This is vapor absorption refrigeration system. Vapor absorption refrigeration system, right? So there is two system: vapor compression refrigeration system. Another one is vapor absorption refrigeration system, VCR and VAR. The main difference between VCR and VAR is the compressor replaced by absorber generator. So here heat is supplied, here the mechanical device just to increase the pressure and temperature. That's it. Right. Now we go to the air conditioning system. In the starting itself, we are defined the air conditioning system. The air conditioning system is nothing but it is comfort to the human condition. Comfort to the human condition, that is temperature, humidity and purity of the air. Right. This air conditioning system is differentiated in three types. One is summer air conditioning system, Another one is winter air conditioning system. Third one is year-round air conditioning system. Now we see the summer air conditioning system here. From the outside air, it is passed on to the circuit and purified, humidified to the conditioned space. You see the parts available in this air conditioning system. First one is filter, second one is cooling coil and the perforated membrane, again the heating coil. It is pumped through this fan to the conditioned space and recirculated the air inside the conditioning system. Right. Now we discuss about the working principle of this system. First one is damper. What is the purpose of damper? Damper is mainly used for the just to passage the air to the system. Passage the air to the system. And then first it is filtered by means of a filter. The impurities are air impurities are filtered in the filter. So the atmospheric air having some atmospheric temperature. So that atmospheric temperature is get cooled by means of this cooling coil. By means of this cooling coil. So if the air is get cooled and it is cooling is going on continuously, having a water particles in the air. That water particles is collected in the sump by means of propagated membrane. It is passing through the propagated membrane. Water particles are condensed and collected in this sump. So now the air having much cooler, much cooler than the atmospheric air. Again, it is heated by means of heating coil. What is the purpose of cooling? Then again heating. Cooling is totally, it is cooled to the lower temperature. Once again, it is heated by means of this heating coil. The purpose of the heating coil is to the human comfort. The purpose of the heating coil is to the human comfort. It is heated. Then it is circulated to the conditioned space by means of this fan. By means of this fan. So the cooled air is forced on the fan and the fan is circulated to the conditioned space. This conditioned space is fully cooled and humidified to the comfort condition. That condition is extract heat from the body, human body, furnitures, all the things. The heat is extracted from the furnitures, humans, and so on. Again, that heated air is circulated to the system. Once again, it is passed on to the filter, cooling coil, propagated membrane, and then heating coil, and the cycle is completed. This is summer air conditioning system. So during the summer session, the atmospheric air is having higher temperature. So far, it is needed first cooling coil, and then heating coil. It is for the comfort condition. Heating coil for the comfort condition. Now we are discuss about the winter air conditioning system. See this system. There is a difference between summer air conditioning and winter air conditioning. You see here, the same thing is available, damper, air filter. Here, not a cooling coil. Here, preheater. Here, preheater. So preheater the coil and humidifier. So humidifier is we supply the water particles to the air. And then reheater. This reheater is mainly for human comfort. And this is a blower or fan to supply the air to the conditioned space. Right. Now we see the working principle. From the outside, atmospheric air entered through this damper. See, this damper is direction, change the direction towards upward or toward downwards, and having some filter for the big impurities. Here there is a filter. This filter is very minute filtration. Air filter with the minute filtration is obtained. And then it is passed on to the preheater. Because in winter season, the surrounding temperature is very low. Very low. So for the human comfort condition, it is gradually increase the heat. For that purpose, we having a preheater. Due to the preheating of the air, the water content in the air is evaporated. So once again it is humidified. It is humidified means the water is sprayed to the air. And then once again it is going to the reheater. Once again it is going to the reheater. If this reheater is mainly used for increase the temperature of the air to the human comfort. And this blower or fan is used to supply the air to the conditioned space. In conditioned space, heat is extracted. Heat is extracted from the human body, furnitures, and things available in that room. Once again, that air is recirculated through the duct to the filter, and the cycle is repeated. This is winter air conditioning system. So summer air conditioning required cooling coil, propagated membrane, and heating coil. For winter air conditioning system, there is preheater, humidifier, and reheater. These things are required. Suppose we go for the year-round air conditioning system. So year-round means some season having summer, some period having winter. These both are available in the year. So here we provide all the equipment available in the summer and winter air conditioning system together for year-round air conditioning system. See here, there is a damper common for both the things, filter common for both the things, cooling coil used for summer air conditioning system. Here humidifier is used for winter air conditioning system. Heating coil is required for both the system as common, right? And then fan. So once for summer air conditioning system, the cooling coil is operated, humidifier not operated, heating coil will operate, right? For winter air conditioning system, the cooling coil is act as a preheating coil, and the humidifier is also working. This heating coil also working. This is year-round air conditioning system. This year-round air conditioning system, after the heating coil to the human comfort, by means of this duct or fan to the conditioned space, and then recirculated in the circuit available in the year-round air conditioning system. This year-round air conditioning system is only used in our house. Nowadays, all the house having a year-round air conditioning system. Some countries used only summer air conditioning system. Some countries used only winter air conditioning system. So that year-round having low temperature in some of the countries. Similarly, year-round some countries used summer air conditioning system. So our India is combination of both summer and winter. So we are using this year-round air conditioning system. Right. Any doubt? Please ask me in the topic of refrigeration and air conditioning. Refrigeration and air conditioning system. This air conditioning system, summer and winter and year-round air conditioning system we discussed. Okay. Thank you, one and all.